guys, it's Evie here and welcome back to my channel, or if you are new here, welcome. I hope you decide to stick around and subscribe. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about my 2025 ins. So all the habits that I want to take into 2025. Some of this stuff I'm already doing now, and some of this stuff I really want to get a crack on and make sure that I can start them as soon as possible. That way when the new year comes around, I kind of already have these habits into place. So let's get into this video. Also, this t-shirt is so cute. It's an Olivia Rodrigo tee. Cotton On was selling like some merchandise while she was here touring, and I knew I had to have this because one, it's purple, and two, I really love Olivia Rodrigo. Anyways, that was a bit of a tangent. Let's get into my 2025 ins. So hot today. It's like 30 something degrees and I need this aircon to start setting in. Whew. So to write out my ins for the new year, I actually used a template off Canva, and I used the same template for last year. That way it's kind of all in one spot. It kind of looks aesthetic and I kind of can just look back on it whenever I want to. So this is, let's close that, turn it around. So these are the ones that I did in 2024. I'm going to quickly go over what I decided to do this year. So I did no phone before bed, which I've actually successfully done. Putting myself first, no rest day guilt, which sometimes it's there, but it's not as bad as it used to be. Daily meditation, that actually went out the window. I did it for maybe like the first few weeks of 2024, and I just got really bored of it. And anytime when I was sitting there, I was doing 5 minutes, all I could feel is like pain in my lower back, and that's all I could focus on. So like I kind of gave up on that. Have screen time under 4 hours, successfully done. Have like cut that in half. I do about 2.5 hours. 1 minute showers daily. So I actually did this up until about April, and then it just got way too cold, and then I gave up. And I also felt like the 1 minute was way too long, but I've actually started doing them again since it's starting to heat up. Be kinder to myself and forgive myself. So a lot of these things are a bit more like mental, because I feel like I was like in a really dark hole for a couple years, and I just really wanted to focus on my mental health, and it's honestly gotten to a really great place. So those are the ones in 2024, and now I'm going to be talking about the ones in 2025. Okay, so my ins for 2025. So I've also decided to keep the first one, which is no phone before bed. So to ensure that I get a good quality sleep, to wake up nice and refreshed, I want to make sure that I don't have any harsh blue lights right before bed. And the way that I do that is I use my Kindle. I absolutely love reading. At this point that I'm filming this, I have read 116 books, and my goal is 120. There's still about a month to go of the year, and I definitely feel like I'm going to hit that. I'm a very quick reader. I usually read about 2 to 3 books a week, depending on the length of the book. I usually read for about 30 minutes to 1 hour before bed, and I also feel like reading really puts me to sleep. It's such a rewind activity. And with the Kindle as well, you can also read with the lights off, with the lights or really low, and that way you don't have to have any like harsh lighting on while if you're using a physical book. So if you are thinking about getting a Kindle, put it on your Christmas wish list, birthday wish list, whatever. It is 100% worth the investment. Books are cheaper. It's your digital library. You don't have to carry, kilos and kilos of books if you're going overseas or on a trip. It's all just in the palm of your hand. So that's what I really love about the Kindle as well. Number 2 is take bad news with grace. I'm someone that if I receive even the smallest inconvenience of bad news, I spiral right down, and it can take me a few days to get out of the emotion that I'm feeling. I think it's great to obviously feel emotions. With me, I don't hide my emotions at all. Like you can honestly tell how I'm feeling just based off my facial expression. Like I just don't hide it. But I just want to be able to take in the emotion and just be like, okay, I'm not going to let this derail the rest of my day or week. Let's take the bad news, sit in it for a while, and what can I do about it? What is within my control, and how can I turn this around to make it a positive? So that's what I mean with taking bad news with grace. I think the way you react to bad news is an indication on your mood for like the next few days, etc. I love this one. This next one, I honestly don't know how it's gonna go. So number 3 is spend less on activewear. When it comes to normal clothing, I kid you not, I have 2 normal t-shirts, like normal plain t-shirts. The rest, like I have a lot of singlets, but tees with sleeves. I have 2 normal t-shirts. I have about 50 concert t-shirts because every time I go to a concert, I have to buy like 1 or 2 items. And the rest is activewear. So when it comes to my normal wardrobe, it actually is quite minimalistic, and I feel like I do have a nice capsule wardrobe going on with my normal clothing, but I do want to add more t-shirts from Uniqlo, so I'm gonna head down to Uniqlo in a few weeks time and just buy some nice t-shirts because they have really great plain tees. Oh, I lied, I have about 4 t-shirts because I have 2 white ones. Anyways, I really want to start spending less on activewear. I have so much activewear, it's not even funny. There's been a point where I was stacking things on top because like I couldn't close the drawer properly, I couldn't fit it in properly, but I've actually done a massive declutter and I actually have space in there now. I haven't bought from Gymshark in about 6 months time. I didn't buy a single thing from their Black Friday sale, which is a first since I started buying from Gymshark in 2016. Since 2016, so like 8 years, I have always bought something with their mid-year sale or their Black Friday sale, but I didn't buy anything. Even with supplements, Macro Mike and Naked Harvest, they're my 2 favorite supplements brands, and I actually haven't bought anything during their Black Friday sales either. So I've been smart about my purchases lately. I really just want to have one of everything and not have backups and backups just for the sake of it. And I want that to go into my activewear as well. The only thing that I think is going to get me is Honor Active is having their Black Friday sale tomorrow. So the day I'm filming this is Monday the 25th, and they go live at like 4 a.m. but I'll probably just jump on when I wake up and see what's available. Yeah, I really like Honor Active. Their shorts are a bit hit and miss, but I really love their sports bras. Their sports bras are my absolute favorite, so I might grab a few of those. But honestly, I don't know if I'll pick up too many pieces. So usually like this time of year is when I buy a lot of activewear, and the fact that I haven't bought any yet is a really great sign. So going into 2025, I really just want to be smart about my purchases. Like, no, I don't need more activewear, but it's also that thing of what haven't I worn in a while? What can I pass along or sell on Depop? That way I can make room for new products that I am excited about. I don't know if I'll have a set budget for activewear, but at this point it's just probably just decreasing it in general. I don't really have I don't have a goal of I'm not going to spend more than $500 or something like that. So number 5, it's still the same as last year. So so number 5 is it's same but different. So in 2024, I wanted to have my screen time on my phone for under 4 hours. I'm going to keep that the same, but I'm going to try and consistently keep it under 3 hours. I don't think I've had a week where it's been over 3 hours, but if I can keep it under that consistently, that would be great. And maybe I can even reevaluate halfway through the year and maybe try and get to consistently under 2.5 hours, because this week, my last week's screen time was 2 hours and 46 minutes of an average. So I might reevaluate and change that up a bit as we go along. Number 6 is also same but different. So I said I wanted to do 1 minute cold showers daily. I'm going to change that and make it realistic, as that didn't work out. I want to make sure that the goals that I'm setting I can actually achieve. So I want to do 30-second showers at least 3 times a week. So last week I actually did three cold showers, but I did about 10 to 15 seconds. I'm just trying to build up the intensity again, and I feel like during the summer periods that 30-second time limit is great. So definitely on a hot day like this entire week is going to be boiling. I can definitely probably do almost every single day, but if I hit the 3 and I feel like I can do more, I will, but I'm not going to force myself to do more. So number 7 is to have less caffeine. This isn't about coffee caffeine. I think coffee is absolutely disgusting. I honestly don't understand how people drink it. I'm glad I'm also not a coffee drinker, because coffee is such a rip-off, but this is just like caffeine in general. So I usually have my pre-workout in the morning which is usually from Naked Harvest. And then in the middle of the day, I usually have an Oxy Shred because that doesn't contain any creatine. It's literally just flavored caffeine, and I really like the taste of it. So that's usually about 520 milligrams of caffeine a day. So if I can only have one of those every second day, that's what I'd really be happy with. I don't think, for me, realistic, trying to only have one caffeinated drink a day, it's not gonna work. It's gonna be that thing where I'm trying so hard not to have a second one where I'm just miserable. So I'm gonna try for every second day. For the past couple weeks, it's actually been working really well. So I don't always have that midday Oxy. I usually try and have it. I usually will only have it if I really feel like I need that hit. So if I can go 3 to 4 days out of the 7 days, that would be a really great goal. But it's not something that I'm going to force myself. Like if I do end up having it every single day, if I do end up having 2 caffeinated drinks every single day 1 week, it's not going to be something that I'm going to put myself down for. So like when you're setting goals, I think it's good to obviously put in that discipline and consistency, but if you do slip up, I don't think you really need to punish yourself for it. You can just always start again fresh the next day. So that's where I've really changed from last year to this year. I'm really thinking about what is realistic for me and what I know that I will and will not. So it's just about knowing yourself and knowing how you will stick to those habits. So you just want to make sure short-term goals or long-term goals, whatever it is, that it's realistic and personal to you. And the last one is probably the hardest one that I'm going to probably struggle with, and it's to be more social. And what I mean by this is, when I used to work in a customer-facing environment, I was constantly surrounded by people, and my social battery was just exhausted, where if I was invited out by like work colleagues or friends, like I really didn't want to be more social because I was just constantly talking to people. But now that I work from home, I'm obviously not the most social because it's just usually me at home. My husband works 3 days in the office, and I usually just interact with my dogs. But I just want to, like, when I'm at the gym, I just want to, like, you know, say hello to people. It doesn't have to be a full-on conversation, but just getting that conversation, just that small conversation going, I think is really important to have a healthy social relationship with yourself. I don't know where I'm going with that, but just having healthy social connections, I think, is going to be really great for me. I used to be that person like, oh, I hate people, they're the worst, but that's, you know, when I worked in customer service. And now that I don't work with customers, I can really appreciate social interaction. But I've definitely grown because, like, as a teenager, I used to have the worst social anxiety. Like, there would be times, I remember my first ever panic attack was in high school, and it was because that we had to it was like mock interviews, and I didn't know that it was going to be with people like coming in externally to like help us. And I was like, what is this feeling? Like I couldn't breathe, like I was crying, like I literally thought I was dying. And that was like the first ever time that I experienced a panic attack. And then when my friends and I used to like go out, I struggled so hard. And because I wasn't like, I'm not a huge alcohol drinker, I'd usually just have like an energy drink in my hand. That way I'd be doing something with my hands. But I'm gonna be real with you guys, what I used to do. You know, I'm older now, I'm 26, so I feel okay talking about this. I used to go into the bathroom stall, and I would literally sit there crying and hyperventilating because the thought of meeting new people gave me the worst anxiety. And what I would do is my husband, so like my boyfriend at the time, I would call him so he could try and calm me down. And I would just tell my friends that I wasn't feeling well. I would go home and I'd be like, you know, I know you guys were drinking and I was like the designated driver, so just, you know, let me know when you're ready to go and I'll just come pick you up. And that happened constantly. I didn't go out often. Like I can really, on both my hands, I went to city clubbing once, and then when we just like went to like local clubs a few times. And yeah, I wasn't a fan of meeting new people. I absolutely hated it. But now that I've gotten older, I feel like I've definitely gotten better with engaging people, but I still don't really know how to approach people well. And people who are like extroverts and great with conversations, I'm really jealous of you. I feel like I'm definitely stepping out of my comfort zone more and more, and I'm able to engage with people more and more. So yeah, just being more social is a really big one for me for 2025. So yeah. So those are all the 8 things that I want to talk about and what I want to take in with me into 2025. I still can't believe that I'm recording this video like we're already at the end of 2024. Like, wow, it's been a lot. It's been a big year. It's been a lot of change, a lot of going out of my comfort zone, a lot of fun concerts as well. Went to so many concerts this year. Yeah, so. And on December 2nd, we're also going to be celebrating 1 year into moving into our new home. So that's really exciting. And yeah. Alrighty guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please make sure you give me a thumbs up, leave a comment down below, and don't forget to subscribe. And until next time, I hope you guys are having an amazing day wherever you are. And just remember that one bad day isn't a setback and tomorrow can always be better. Bye. I can't deal with summer. Can it please be winter already?